with 2 queens constantly spawning lavas, and my economy is actually looking rather good. I didn't decide to go for Hydralisk once again. Now when I see it, I could have decided so, I guess, because honestly blue is not like going for the hardcore units like Colossus or carriers, as well as red, only marines. But he has an well, 1-0 upgrade for both of the Terran players actually, but blue is rather relying on stalkers. And what I decided was, like, I thought like, okay, I'm most probably pretty much safe because they didn't scout for me, and I thought like, what can you go for? Broodlords, that's it. Broodlords might swing the game into our favor, and so I had to build the infestation pit. First of all, I had to morph into the lair. I'm just not so familiar with the tech tree, so that is a problem. But what did I have to go for? A spawning pool once again. Then I was able to morph this into a lair. Infestation pit has already been ready, and then I was able to build the hive, and now I can also build the spire here. And then I have to build corruptors, and then I have to morph the corruptors into broodlords. And then, those banshees finally spotted me, and what I totally wasn't aware of is that, although I saw that in one of the videos of HD, but those stalkers are able to blink over here as long as they have vision, and here they go. I actually don't know how they had vision here, most probably just like that, I don't know. I even have one spine crawler, and they're immediately focusing my... Here are the corruptors. And now I'm pretty low on gas though, only have 200, so would have been cool if I had like 1000, 2000 gas. I could have immediately transformed all those into broodlords. The spire, the greatest spire, is just about to finish here. I'm rebuilding the spawning pool. No, because I realized I didn't have any spawning pool. I think I started morphing that into a lair when I still had the spawning pool. So I could have built Hydralisks or Zerglings to deal with those stalkers, but I didn't have those buildings because I relied on the air, and I just didn't have to build it. So that pretty much sucked, and now I could have just built some Zerglings. They most probably would have killed those stalkers. My hive goes down, and this really doesn't look too good. My ally, I don't know, he's constantly pumping here, but he's totally turtling in a long... I don't know, the game is lasting very long, and you see that, and you think the other players will a lot of warp gates, by the way, will most probably take every single expansion they can get. Red is doing that great here, will also most probably get this one here. Yeah, so actually, and it looks like this might have been a warp prism, a phase prism, I don't know how it's called, I think warp prism. And my ally, he is mined out in his main as well as in his natural expo, at least almost. And everything he has are those tanks, and if he isn't able to push out here, what he isn't really, then he has like no chance. I mean, yeah, he bunkered great, but that's it. He cannot do too much with it right now. So here are the siege tanks. That's some kind of, I don't know, putt situation here. There's like, I don't know, red cannot really attack, and my ally really also cannot attack here because of those tanks. Blue totally wiped out these, and meanwhile this expo is still running, but here are the Hellions, the blue expo, come on, Venom. This expansion here, that's the word I was looking for, has been spotted by some, how are they called actually? I don't know, Vikings spotted this and tried to harass this high yield expansion, the gold expansion of blue, but have been killed by the Banshees, I think. And they also just discovered my second base here, and that is pretty bad for me. I don't know, I accidentally built that infestor here. I didn't upgrade any spells, and there's like no way I can use it from here. and yeah, you can see the spores are just getting focused by the Banshees, way too powerful, although I have 2 more here. But I cannot, I think I rebuilt the Hydralisk then and I'm just pretty much dead. Everything I could afford was to move to morph like 5, 6 Corruptors into 7 Corruptors into Broodlords. That's everything I have. No base here, and once again the Stalkers blinked here. My ally is still, I don't know, he has a couple of Vikings, those siege tanks, but he isn't able to put any pressure here. And then I decided with my Broodlords, you have to do something. I actually thought like, okay, this game is over. And then check this out, the Marines, they're totally getting owned by the tanks, by their own tanks, I think, because the Broodlings are being shot here and the tanks kill all those Marines. So that was brilliant, as well as the command center. And there was like, yeah, no problem to do so. But we will see also how to deal with the Broodlords. Stalkers using the blink ability are great. And I immediately, I think I attacked this one also. I don't know, this guy is pretty badly wounded here. And yeah, I saw this expansion, thought like, okay, you have to avoid that the other 2 guys are getting map control and stuff like that. You have to kind of just put some pressure on them. And here goes the command center, and Broodlords are so great. Well, I still have a bit of anti-air here, so that is not that bad. And yeah, here you can see blinking directly into cutting my way here, and he gets 1 down, so that was very well done. And in that second I noticed like no matter where you go, you really have to stay here. But still, Blue will be able to just blink anyway he wants to, and if he focuses my Broodlords, he has 2 upgrades, so he's blinking here. I have 1 more here, I forgot about that one actually, because I was just like, this game is over, so my ally doesn't have like too much. But well, actually only these Banshees are like really dangerous for us. And Blue's going Stalkers only. I think a better player would have just went for Mothership and Carries, and then that would have been it. But well, still it's 2-1 basically, and let's quickly pause the game here because I really want to see how this looks like. So Blue is running on yeah, well, let's call it 2 expansions, 2 bases. Okay, Red is really not doing too good in terms of money. I think he just expanded 1 time. They didn't take this expansion, it's almost mined out, but I think they should have went here still, as well as here. And well, Red tried to get this here, got avoided by the Broodlords. And I think our allies just have not those high-tier, high-tech units they would have needed for the late game. But my ally is really the best. He's just turtling here, waiting, and they cannot attack. They know if they are going in with these kind of units, then they are just getting pounded by all those tanks. But my ally is mined out, so and the only thing I have are like 5 or 6 Broodlords. So let's go on. Let's maybe see, this might be interesting. Resources. This is what we have. Income. Yeah, and he is saying get the tanks. And I was kind of scared to go out here because I knew about the Stalkers. So I had to take this way, because from this way I could have been getting owned by these blinking Stalkers. So I knew if I'm going from here, and then I noticed, wow, my allies Medivacs are actually healing my Broodlords. You can see this here, the energy is definitely increasing, so medics weren't able to do so. So that kinda blew my mind. Blew it. And yeah, he's asking for Vespin gas, and you can see I have 5k minerals and 70 gas. No more buildings, I think, though. And still I haven't been eliminated. I don't know why, but apparently if you still have units, you're still in the game, because I do not have a single building, but I'm still able to play, and I think that is pretty cool, because even without a building you can do something. And now a lot of Banshees are attacking here. I do not have any detection, I cannot help my ally. He is scanning though, and these Marines, yeah, are kinda banishing them. They have to back up, and now I'm attacking. Here come the stalkers immediately. He's waiting for me kinda, but only 2 broodlings have been shot here, and a lot of marines already died. Now I'm focusing the tanks. Here come the broodlings, and there goes the first tank, and there goes the second tank. And now I really have to back up again, because the stalkers are just waiting to blink here. Let's see, I actually think... Oh, he blinked on the high grounds here and is getting a lot of buildings here. There's a lot going on here. And he's focusing my broodlords. Blue really knows he has to get rid of the broodlords. And now a red is incoming, losing some more to the tank fire. I think I lost 1 to the stalkers, didn't pay attention here. And he